Before taking up the next sutram, let us remind ourselves that we have already studied the sutram 33102 apratyayat. We studied the sutram apratyayat when we studied the sanantadhatavaha. At that time, we wanted to start forming these feminine nouns following the sanantadhatavaha. So that is why we took the sutram 33102 at that time. 33102 says apratyayat. Actually, this would be the time to take the sutram 33102 in the correct order, but since we wanted to form the feminine nouns at that time, we took it kind of out of order. We should remind ourselves that the sutram comes in order now, before we take our next sutram, which is guroshchahalaha. So a quick revision of 33102 apratyayat. The vritti says pratyantebhyo dhatubhya striyamakar pratyyasyat, which means that in order to form a feminine noun, the affix a is used following a verbal root ending in an affix. A verbal root ending in an affix refers to a verbal root which gets the dhatu sanya by the sutram sanadyanta dhatavaha. See, all these verbal roots which are formed using the affixes from 315 down to 3131, they are the ones which get the dhatu sanya by sanadyanta dhatavaha 3132, and following those verbal roots which get the dhatu sanya by sanadyanta dhatavaha, this affix a is prescribed by the sutram 33102 apratyayat. When we derived the form jigamisha at that time from the sananta dhatu jigamisha. Now please note that this affix a is a apavadha, an exception to the affix ktin, the default ktin prescribed by striyam ktin. And the vritti of a comes down from 33102 to 33103, which is what we are taking now. Sutram 33103 says guroshchahalaha. Guroshchahalaha. Vritti says gurumato halantat striyamakaraha pratyayasyat, which means that following a consonant ending verbal root, halantadhatuhu, having a vowel which has a guru sanya. Now what is the guru sanya? Recall the two rules 1411 and 1412. 1411 says sanyoge guru, anavritti of rasam from the prior sutram 1410. So a vowel which is short, rasvam, but is followed by a conjunct consonant, sanyogaha, that vowel becomes prosodically heavy. It's called guru. Guru is prosodically heavy. So it's a short vowel followed by a conjunct consonant. It becomes prosodically heavy. The next sutram 1412 says dirghancha, which means that a long vowel is always prosodically heavy. So the guru sanya is assigned to a short vowel which is followed by conjunct consonant and to all long vowels. So now in order for this sutram 33103 to apply, verbal root has to have a vowel which has the guru sanya, which means the vowel is short and followed by a conjunct consonant, or the vowel is long. Following such a verbal root, the affix a is used to denote in the feminine gender either bhavaha, which means the sense of the verbal root as having attained to a completed state, anuvritti coming from 3318 bhave, or any karakaha except the agent of the action, provided the word so derived is a proper name, anuvritti coming from 3319 akartricha karake sanyayam. Now the affix a prescribed by this sutram is apavadaha, exception to the affix ktin, the default affix ktin, prescribed by 3394 striyam ktin. Let's take an example here. Kridanam krida, derived from the verbal root creed, which is kridr vihare in the bhadigana. So kridanam of course means to sport, to play, the act of playing or sporting. Now here let's check the conditions. Verbal root creed ends in a consonant, the dakaraha. That's the first condition. Second condition is that the verbal root creed, it has the long vowel ikaraha, which gets the guru sanya by 1412 dirghancha. So therefore this verbal root satisfies both the conditions. So bring in this affix a by the sutram guroshchahalaha, sapavadaha for the affix ktin. Remaining derivation is straightforward. We then bring the affix stop in the feminine gender by 414 ajadyata stop. So we get krida plus stop. Anubandha lopaha, the ending pakara gets is sanya by halantyam, takara gets is sanya by chutu. We remove both of them by tasya lopaha 139, and then we do akasavani dirgha to get krida. krida, which gets the pradipadika sanya by krit tadita samasascha 1 to 46. This is how this sutram applies. Now, why does the sutram say guroho? Guroho iti kim? Siddhanta Kaumudi gives us two counterexamples. Guroho kim bhakti, derived from the verbal root bhaj, which is bhaja sevayam. Now we do have a verbal root ending in a consonant, the jakaraha, but does not have a vowel with the guru sanya. It has a akaraha, the short vowel which is followed by a jakara which is not a conjunct. So therefore there is no vowel in this verbal root with the guru sanya, so therefore we cannot apply 33103. We go back and apply the default affix ktin by 3394 striyam ktin. So that is why Panini mentions guroho, to prevent 33103 from applying following verbal roots such as bhaj, which do end in a consonant, which don't have a vowel with the guru sanya. Now, halaha itikim nitihi, derived from the verbal root ni, which is ning prapane, the bhadiganaha. Now, this verbal root does have a vowel with the guru sanya. It has the dirgha ikaraha. Remember, by 1412 dirghancha, every long vowel is also prasadically heavy. So that condition is satisfied, but this verbal root does not end in a consonant. Verbal root ni does not end in a consonant. So therefore we cannot use 33103 here also. You go back and use the default affix ktin by striyam ktin and get the form nitihi. So that's why Panini specifies halaha, to prevent this affix from applying following verbal roots such as ni, which do have a vowel with the guru sanya, but they do not end in a consonant.